The delay. It's a little chilly out, and our computer was a little cold getting restarted up here this morning. We finally got it live and up and running. So welcome to the show. Yes, we have some huge announcements to make, and we're ready to have some exciting times and stuff too. From that part, we're going to get Kyler from Dodge City Raceway Park, and also some more announcements with him. So he's going to be calling in here to the show here real quick. Nick, are you ready to start announcing some stuff?
I've been ready. So
anyway, sorry for the delay again. Once again, the computer just got super cold getting down here, and we had to get it all things fired up and get it warmed up and everything for it would take off and go. So we are live from the Chili Bowl, as we have been now for several years. You can kind of hear the racing's already started in the background, so that's fun and exciting too. But we're going to get Kyler Fetters dialed in here in just a minute. He's got some announcements too he wants to make, and so do we. So, Nick, let's first get fired off. Everybody's wanting to know what is the big excitement. Well, we need to talk about the Kansas State Fairgrounds. We got the vote unanimous from the Fair Board to where we'll be promoting the racetrack in Hutchinson for 2024. Yes, we've got our schedule. We're going to announce that. Most importantly, the first thing is the name that we've decided to make it, Salt City Speedway. Is going to be our name. How do you think about that?
I love it. We're kind of bringing back a little bit of Hutchinson racing nostalgia with that name, which is really cool.
Well, and I hope everybody loves the name coming out there in Hutchinson stuff too. So Salt City Speedway, we're going to have its own Facebook page, its own Instagram, its own web page. You'll be able to get on there and do all kinds of stuff on the web page, from getting your own account logged in, buy tickets online, see updates, all kinds of stuff too. Of course, we'll be posting all that stuff to Facebook. So once we get live with all that, our Big Corner creative team has been working on it since the announcement to get the web page up and running. So hopefully this week coming, we'll have a live web page, and you can start getting on there and joining the page so you can get notifications and everything we're going to be doing at the track, because we got a lot of stuff we're going to do different than a lot of racetracks do.
Yes, we are. So everybody needs to stay tuned. I think it's going to be a great game changer, and it's going to be a great experience for everybody. And man, we're just working on trying to build the racer and the race fan experience with the racetrack with the Salt City Speedway. And
SSS.
Yeah, that's right. And we're just really excited that we've got it, and we are ready to get going and really do some cool stuff.
And we are a little behind the 8-ball.
Yep.
Thank you, the Fair Board, for finally approving us and getting us going. I understand everything we had to go through to get that done. It wasn't easy. So the Kansas State Fair Board, we appreciate all of you voting unanimously to let us run this racetrack. So everybody, it's a one-year deal. We have to get out and show the Fair Board how much you want to participate with this racetrack, how great this is going to be. We need the attendance. We need everybody to show up. I need fans to show up. We need racers to show up. And we got to support this racetrack, because that's what it is. The Fair Board wants to see how excited we are with the racetrack and what we're going to do with the racetrack and what it can produce. So we need everybody sitting in the seats. We need every racer sitting out there to be in there every race. And let's first start off with, we're going to get Kyler patched in here yet.
He's patching through.
Here. We'll get Kyler on the phone here too.
Kyler Fetters.
Got him yet?
No.
Okay, Kyler, get patched in here real quick, because I know he's trying to get talled in here with us too. So, Josh, you have to keep us live with any comments I can't see clear over there on the board from that part. Kyler, are you with us, buddy?
I sure am, guys.
All right. Well, we wish you'd have flown down here with us, but I get it. Everything else too. So glad you could call in this morning. I know you got some huge announcement about Dodge City Raceway Park. Kyler, we already told him it's Salt City Speedway. The triple S's is what it is. So that's the name. That's exciting. And Kyler is going to be our promoter for the racetrack. So Kyler, I can't thank you enough for stepping up and helping us. But I think it's going to be a fun adventure between us, the Kansas State Fairground, and Dodge City Raceway Park.
No, it's an honor to be part of this deal, and to be part of such an historic event for racing Kansas alone. It was a great effort put forth by a lot of folks, and Phil and Nick, we appreciate you guys, and Lisa stepping up and doing what you needed to do to help save the racetrack in Hush.
It is just going to be fun and exciting. So we announced the name. We told them, Kyler, already before you got on, how we're going to have our own separate web page, separate Facebook page, separate Instagram, and everything for everybody to get. Hopefully the first part of the week, Big Corner Creative will have the site up and running for us, and have a lot of exciting stuff there to do too. So I think the next thing is, Kyler, I know you want to announce what's going on at Dodge City. do we want to announce the schedule first, or do we want to let Kyler go first?
Well, our schedule actually is going to drop at 1 o'clock today, but I want to give a couple teasers about Dodge City if I can.
Let's do it.
So we've got a couple big shows that's going to be pretty awesome at Dodge City this year. We are bringing back the Dave Garman Memorial Show, which we're an honor to host that race. But last year we had over 30 late models. We expect all of them to come back. That's going to be Father's Day weekend. Again on June 14th and 15th. So just an honor to be able to host such an awesome late model race with that. Also going to have modifieds and sport mods. Modifieds are going to be 2,000 to win, and sport mods are going to be 1,000 to win, and the late models are a 4,000 to win show. So big money coming to Dodge. But we start out our season with the United Earl Sprint Series, and it's going to be a 5,000 to win DCRP Sprint National. It's going to be an awesome show to start out our season, then kick off the 2024 season. So we look forward to that. It's going to be April 4th, 5th, and 6th. And it's just going to be an IMCA Race Saver race that you ain't going to want to miss. And it's going to be a lot of action.
A lot of action there too. You say your schedule's physically going to drop at 1 o'clock. And
at 1 o'clock today.
Where does everybody?
Both the United Earl Sprint Series. Huh?
Where do they go to see the schedule at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, so go to Dodge City Raceway Park to see that schedule drop at 1 o'clock. And also the United Rebel Sprint Series will drop at 1 o'clock also. So, nothing better than doing it on Championship Saturday, the Chili Bowl. We kind of been anticipating today and, helping drop at the same time with Salt City Speedway's schedule. Nothing better than Championship Saturday, the Chili Bowl.
Hey, there you go.
That's right.
So exciting too. So Kyler, again, thank you for joining our team and kicking off Salt City Speedway. He just went through, if you're just now tuning in, a lot of people just hitting us. He just went through the schedule for Dodge City, and it'll be live at 1 o'clock at Dodge City Raceway Park's webpage. And is there a webpage for for your sprint cars too, Kyler?
Yeah, on the United Earl Sprint Series, it's www.raceurss.com, and then for Dodge City, it's DodgeCityRaceway.org.
All right, awesome. So everybody, stay tuned at 1 o'clock to get the full schedule from Dodge City. And I think it's time to tell everybody what we're doing at Hutchinson. How do you think?
All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
I'm going to let you announce the schedule, but I want to announce one.
Okay.
So it is confirmed July 19th and 20th. USAC Silver Crown cars will be at the Kansas State Fairgrounds at Salt City Speedway. Me and Tommy Estes have been working very hard on that, and I've talked to a lot of the people at USAC, so it is confirmed. It is there. We are going to try and run a 100-lap race July 20th. When I say try, because we're so far behind on track prep, getting the track ready to go, but Tommy promises me he's going to come and spend time with me at least 10 days ahead to start prepping the track, so hopefully we can get the track to where it can hold a 100-lap race. Now, I don't know how much more exciting that would be than having the Silver Crown cars go 100 laps on a half-mile track.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to do a 100-lap race, and it'll be a really good show. So we've got a lot of great partners with some great equipment that we're going to get, and we're going to have that racetrack prepped up and ready to go, and it's just going to be a great racing surface for everybody.
Exactly. So that's the big announcement, the July 20th. Nick's got the whole full schedule to go through. First race, April 26th.
Yeah, that's right. Opening night is going to be Friday, April the 26th. It's going to feature the United Rebel Sprint Series sprint cars. We're also going to run A modifieds. Everything going to be IMCA sanctioned. So IMCA classes that are going to run are going to be modifieds, sport mods, northern sport mods, stock cars, hobby stocks, and sport compacts. And so I will say that all of our races, except for, all of our races right now are going to feature those 5
classes.
IMCA divisions.
Correct.
So every night of racing, those 5 divisions will be on the schedule, unless for whatever reason scheduling conflicts, so we have to change. But
okay, so April 26th.
April 26th, opening night with URSS. May 24th, the next month, basically going to have the same program with the URSS and the 5 IMCA classes. Friday, June 21st, we're going to have the High Plains Late Model Series. Jerry and his team are going to come out to Hutchinson. We're going to have a big late model race and our 5 IMCA classes as well. Then Phil already talked about the big race July 19th and 20th. We're still coming up with a special name for that event, but here very soon we will have that, and we will have an announcement with all the official details.
So anyway, on the 19th, we'll run all the classes, but
We're
on
going to
the
run
20th.
all the on the 20th. Right now, we're planning to run all the classes, but we have to work with USAC and make sure that we can still see what exactly we can run, or if we can run all the classes. And then we are also going to have the United Rebel Sprint Series that weekend as well.
Okay. So what's after July?
Our next race will be August the 3rd with the 5 IMCA weekly classes. Friday, September the 20th, also with the 5 IMCA weekly classes.
That's going to be our championship weekend.
That'll be the championship weekend. We will crown champions in all of our 5 IMCA classes. That is basically the last weekend for second
points.
to last weekend for IMCA points. And then October the 12th will be our last, official scheduled race with our 5 IMCA classes. May try to add something else in there too. We'll just have to see. And then our final race that we have on the schedule is kind of a TBA date. It's going to be November the 16th. Obviously,
Weather permitting.
It could be 70 degrees outside, or it could be 7 degrees outside. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But we're definitely going to do something special on that date. Whether we do it won't be for points. So maybe a mod special or sprint special. I don't know. We're just going to have to fill it out and figure it out. We got so many ideas.
So many ideas what to do in that last race. We just hope the weather holds out so we can race on November. So, Nick, buzz back through. A lot of people jumping back on again. Just go through the schedule real fast on the dates.
All
so
right.
We'll
run it through one more time. April 26th, opening night, URSS sprint cars and the 5 IMCA weekly classes, modified sport mod or northern sport mod, stock car, hobby stock, and sport compact. May the 24th, URSS Sprint Series again, and those same 5 IMCA weekly classes. Friday, June 21st, we'll be hosting the High Plains Late Model Series with Jerry and his gang, and our 5 IMCA weekly classes. Friday, July 19th and Saturday, July 20th will be our USAC Silver Crown event with the United Rebel Sprint cars, and definitely the 5 IMCA weekly classes on Friday night. With USAC Silver Crown qualifying, and then Saturday, kind of pending exactly what all classes we're going to run with the sprint cars and the Silver Crown cars. And then Saturday, August 3rd, Friday, September 20th,
championship night,
which will be championship night, will be the last official race for IMCA points. Will just be our 5 weekly classes is what we've got on there now. And then October 12th, we'll run for no points and our 5 IMCA weekly classes, and then November 16th, some sort of a special or something, weather permitting.
Okay.
We could have raced into December this year, really. So
we probably could have. That's true. So everybody, I hope you got the schedule. Stay tuned for the new webpage coming out the first of the week. Big Corner Creative is hard up working on it for the Salt City Speedway. We'll have our own Instagram. We'll have our Facebook and all that stuff, too. We're probably going to have our own channel for a radio show, a podcast like this, too, to keep everybody.
And I think we haven't posted the schedule anywhere out in the public yet, but, another week or a few days before Big Corner gets our sites and stuff up, I think I'm going to go ahead and post that schedule on Mel Hambelton Racing so everybody can look at it and see it because we've announced it. So stay tuned for that. We'll get that up there later today.
All right, Kyler, anything we left off so far as we keep moving forward? Anything?
Honestly, guys, I think it's just important to put out there that, the fairgrounds is going to be used more than just one weekend a year. So what that means to the racers and the fans is the track's going to be worked a lot harder. It's going to be turned. It's going to be watered a lot more. So I think you're going to see a different race surface than what you've seen in the past with just running once or twice a year. So what that means, it's going to be a great race. We're 3 races in before the USAC even gets there. So we're gonna get to know that facility, know the ground, know the dirt, and hopefully, that using the dirt and using the racetrack is going to help turn that into, a prime surface for great racing in Kansas.
That's exactly right. That's what I've been trying to do. I wish I could have got on the racetrack back in November when they first postponed it, but we're a little bit behind the 8 ball on the dirt work and stuff now. We're really behind because of weather. We can't really touch it now till I hope sometime in February we can get on the racetrack with the equipment, start doing stuff. They had the tractor pulls out there at the fair, and they left the track kind of in a disarray, so we've got a lot of work there on that part too. But I'm with you, Kyler. Running that track once a month is going to help, I think, get that service more better. Talk about running once a month in these dates. As late in the years we got in, these are the only dates that we had available, the fair had available for us to be able to race. So that's why it's on some Fridays and some Saturdays. Hopefully next year we'll get planning early in October to get some more dates in the schedule for 25. But first of all, everybody, we've got to show the fair board that this is a great decision they made, that we can show that the crowd will be there, that racers will be there to keep this racetrack out there with support. Yeah. But that's what they're looking for, because it is a one-year deal from that part. And I promise you won't be the lack of effort of me and Nick and Kyler making sure we got things dialed in the way we want to and that kind of stuff too, to make sure that this racing surface is good and it's a very feasible race. I think having Tommy come early for that deal too, to get it prepped for the Silver Crown, is going to help us and his crew to get that thing dialed in like we need to. But everybody, the first time around, if the track isn't as good as you want it to be, just hang tight with us, because we're going to be working our butts off to make sure it is.
We are so blessed to have so many great people helping us and reaching out and wanting to get involved. I mean, some really, really great, knowledgeable people in the racetrack business that have given us advice and so I mean, I think it's going to be really, really good. And like Phil said, if we can show the Kansas State Fair Board that, this was a good decision and, we can keep it going. I mean, we have some really big plans for beyond 2024, and we could really build this deal into one of the premier places to race in this part of the country, I truly believe.
I do too. I think it's, we did the economic impact through the state, showed what it would do, the amount of stands it would put in the crowd, what it would do for the economy of Hutchinson from that part. So I think that's going to be good for Hutch and even Reno County and even the surrounding counties around there to help support and keep that going. But that is our goal, is to turn this first year in to show the fair board that this thing's a success, and it's what the crowd wants. It's what the public wants, and put some good time racing back in there and have some fun at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
So, go ahead, Kyler.
And also, guys, we got to thank IMCA. Coming to the table late like this. I mean, this is last I know, and I don't think State Fairgrounds has been an IMCA sanctioned racetrack for ever. I don't think that's ever happened. So, I think to see that come to Hutch is going to be a great thing for IMCA weekly racing as well. All the partners that we've had. Not just Dodge City partnering with us, but there's a lot of cool racetracks in the state that are helping us maybe get off a few dates here and there. So thanks to Jim Standard for allowing us to come in late to the game and put this together too. So just being IMCA sanctioned, I think, is going to bring in a certain aspect that hasn't been to the racetrack.
Kyle, I agree with you 100%. And the minute we called and talked to Jim and Brett Root, there was never a hesitation in their voice to just do what they could to support us and help us. So very excited for that side of the coin too. So you racers are out there. I hear some of you saying, my car's not ready, all that kind of stuff. I can promise you, running an A-mod, I did it for 2 years. I switched back and forth from IMCA sanctioned to USRA deals. It's not that big of a deal to switch the car back and forth and have a car that can run both classes or whatever. But I will tell you, if you could really talk down earth to Jake, he will tell you driving an IMCA car is funner, just because it's got the harder tire, hardly any spoiler, anything else from that part. And it's a driver's car at that point. But if you think you can't make your car compete or whatever, you can, because I've done it. I know it's there from that part. And we're going to be there from Mel Hambelton Ford Racing to help support you with whatever you might need from that part. Nick, I've even thought about we should probably get a little list of things together, what it takes to convert the stock cars. And the stock car is probably not too much to change.
I don't think there's a whole lot there.
Sport mods might be a little bit there from that part. But I just want you all to know we went with IMCA to back it for the Hoosier. And we're getting some great support from Hoosier for this situation too. So it's just a great team effort that we have coming here. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, but
You know,
I think
Josh,
we're ready to go.
Josh is being awful quiet over there.
I am. I'm just listening and watching comments and everything here. You got a lot of people behind you, that's for sure. There's
Yeah.
a lot of support for this deal, and a lot of positive comments in the comment section over here as well. So.
Well, I think that Josh doesn't know Nick yet. He hasn't figured this out just quite yet.
Oh, he's figured it out.
Have you ever drove a road grader before?
That's where I was going.
I know you can drive
Yeah.
and fly a lot of things, but
There is not much that I've not been able to operate, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, so Josh, I'm not quite sure what all your job title is going to be out there, but there's going to be a bunch. I know
Yeah,
that for sure. So that's going to be part of that too.
you know what? It is going to be, I mean, for all of us, it is going to be an adventure.
End of the day, it's a team effort.
It
Let's
is.
make it happen.
And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. So anyway, we got our schedule out. We'll get it out on Mel Hambelton Racing. Maybe we need to do that today, Nick, after the
Yeah,
show.
we will do it today.
Get it posted on Mel Hambelton Racing. But again, stay tuned for the webpage coming out the first week. Big Corner Creative is hard after it, making the Salt City Speedway Facebook, Instagram, and a webpage. And again, on that webpage, you're going to be able to do a lot of things on that webpage. You're going to be able to buy pit passes. You're going to be able to buy tickets. Everything you need to do to get into the racetrack, and all of our updates and everything will be on that webpage.
Yep, you can do it all ahead of time. Buy pit passes on there. When you get to the racetrack, you just pull up to the deal, sign the board. They're going to give you a wristband, and off you go.
And what I will tell you, because I'm going to keep very good track of what the head count is, pit passes, all that kind of stuff to keep track of this. And the best way to do that is to go to a cashless system. I know everybody thinks, oh, no. Yeah, well, we have to show stats to the fair board to prove to them how many racers were there, all that kind of stuff. And cash is a hard way to keep track of that. So we are going to go cashless. That's why we're going to have the webpage set up where you can buy them online. You can buy pit passes online, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about concessions, what he's going to do on that part, because that's not our part of the ball game is concessions. So that might be a different ball game there. We'll give you some more updates on that part. But I want to be able to go electronically so I can have good reports and everything. And I go back to the fair board and say, look, here's how many people attended.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how many racers we had from that part, and give them good facts so we can prove to them that we're all behind this racetrack and we want this racetrack to be successful. And we definitely want them in October, when I go back with all the final numbers in October, for them to say, to vote unanimously again, all 13 of them say, yes, let's go racing in 25, in 26, and 27 from that part. So just be ready for the Facebook page, web page, all that coming out first of the week. I'm trying to think what else we've talked about or whatever too. Kyler, if I forgot anything.
So I got a couple of questions here.
Flip it on me.
So lots of congratulations and excited to hear stuff like that. I got a question that says, have you all figured out what payout would be? Super excited for this year and bringing back regular racing in Hutch.
So,
okay, payout. Yes, we do have our payout. We're not going to put that out there yet, but I will promise you that me and Nick have put down and put a pay schedule out there that is beneficial to the racer.
Yep.
Okay, I will promise you that.
It's going to be a pretty aggressive pay scale, and we're really excited when we get that all finished up and get that out there. So,
okay, what other
then
questions?
I've got a so we found the driver for the ice cream truck. So Mike Sheridan is volunteered that. The only problem I have with that is he's got to hand it out, not eat it.
I was going to say, will there be any ice cream left when he gets there?
Sounds like an ice cream headache waiting to happen. Then there's just a comment in on here says URSS and DCRP schedule released today at 1 p.m.
Yes.
See, I thought there was one other comment. Let me run back through here real quick. But I think that's the couple of comments that we had there. So
I saw one earlier. I can't find it now, but someone's asked about Kansas International Raceway. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that comment here in a minute after we get through everything on the Salt City Speedway. And Kyler, is there anything else we've left out on your side on Dodge City or URSS or anything we still haven't talked about?
Guys, like I said, I know we were kind of vague on some of those bigger shows, but we're going to have our own little release here at 1 o'clock. So just stay tuned on Facebook for Dodge City Raceway Park and United Rail Sprint Series. It's an honor to take over such a great traveling Race Saver Street Car Series this year. We're looking forward to bringing some new life back to it. And with doing that, it's going to take on a new life at Hutch at Salt City Speedway. With us being there so many times, Dodge City as well. So the 305s here in Kansas now can kind of stay pretty local. We do have, I will say, we have about 30 shows which is a few more shows than what we normally have with URSS. But between Hutch and Dodge City and some of the local tracks around, they're staying pretty local. So that's a good thing for our URSS drivers as well. So a lot of cool 2 and 3 day weekends with that. And then I'm telling you, this Dodge City Raceway Park schedule, in line with what we're doing at Hutch, it's going to be a great summer for racing. It's going to be awesome.
And a couple of teasers Kyler and I have talked about too is when we race on a Friday, he races on a Saturday. Some exciting stuff we can do between the two tracks. So stay tuned for some of those exciting stuff. We haven't nailed all those down yet, but be ready for if you attend both races, might be some extra incentive on that side, right?
Yeah, there might be. We really want to make all this stuff, beneficial to the racer and make it worth your while to come out, and we'll have a lot of fun with it.
Exactly. So anyway,
That's right.
Anyway, Salt City Speedway, April 26th kicks it off. It's going to be fun, exciting racing all those classes. But I'm really excited for July 20th. I can't wait to have those Silver Crown cars go. And a lot of people have called and told me they know about the cars, but never been physically there.
Yep.
But a 100-lap race is going to be a lot of fun, too.
And, having the USAC Silver Crown come to Hutchinson, in conjunction with the 50th anniversary of the big fire they had there in 74. I mean, it's just going to be such a, prestigious event that's going to have so much historical significance. And we're just really excited what we can do with it. We're just really lucky to been able to get that date with USAC.
Yeah, exactly. So, the dates, I wish we had more dates available, but we're just so far behind in the 8-ball getting this approved and everything else too. But, we'll have more dates in 2025 that we got excited about. I've got more sanction bodies we've been talking to that we just couldn't flat out get them here in 2024 just because of late scheduling and all that kind of stuff too. So
and that's why we're going to go back to the table with the fair board in October, and get something sealed up, for the 2025 and beyond. So that way, we can, get with some of these other sanctions and get some stuff sealed up. So that way in December, when they all release their schedules, we'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike wants to know what changes to the dirt do we have planned initially. Initially, it's just until I know I've got this racetrack for a couple more years or locked in for a 3-year deal, not just a 1-year deal. I'm going to basically work the heck out of that dirt that we got and do the best we can with what we got. I can't afford to go spend a whole bunch of money, bring a bunch of dirt in, not know we're going to have another race in 25. So everybody, that's another thing. We have talked a lot about what we want to do future down the road with the dirt and everything else too. I'm going to bring in a couple other guys that, have worked tracks and give us helpful hints and stuff like that. Cause the more heads we can put on this dirt and sand, I guess is how we should say it over there.
Yeah. And we've talked to a lot of people about, what to do with the dirt. Do we bring in dirt? Do we not bring in dirt? What do we do? And, we have seen in the past that racetrack be good.
Yeah.
So,
but I think there's a lot of it. You can't run on it once a year. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, with early preparation and the right preparation and the correct methods, and help from the right people, which I really believe that we have. I mean, I think we have a really good starting point, and a really good clean slate to work with.
And I think Kyler, with your group that's coming on board to help us, I know that's going to be tremendous help from all your people and stuff too, and your guys that know how to prep tracks and stuff. And
yeah, I mean, we appreciate that too. Honestly, like I said, just being part of this deal and helping out, it's going to be great for us.
Yeah, so we'll take everybody's expertise we can and give the best surface we can give to give the best racing ability we can have. And again, we got some great ideas coming up how we want to run the races and what we want to do there too, how we're going to qualify, how we're going to line ups and all that kind of stuff. That's stay tuned to come. We don't have all that dialed in 100% yet, exactly how we're going to do it. But we have a pretty good idea how we're going to do that too, from that part. So anyway, what else we left off, guys?
I don't know. I think we about covered it all. We'll get that schedule posted up online and let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah. So we'll have it posted on Mel Hambelton Racing later today, so you can see all the dates for sure. And will we pit inside or outside? Right now, Matt, we're going to go inside the track. I think that's a lot more fun and exciting. Now, when the Silver Crown cars come, we might have to make a little adjustments on that with those big rigs rolling. We might not have enough room inside there. We'll make some adjustments on the outside from that part. But my intention is right now is to pit inside the racetrack. I think it's going to be more fun and exciting to have everybody inside the track. from that part. But if we get too full, we get too full. I hope we get too full at normal races where we're having to park them outside.
I mean,
too,
if
from
we
that part.
if we get enough cars where we have to do something else, then I think we've started to work out a little contingency plan for that. So we'll make it happen.
Exactly. Josh, got some more comments over there?
Yeah, so you got another one under that one, and it's going to be, so it says, is there going to be any practice sessions?
We haven't scheduled anything yet. Do I want some practice? Yes, I do. Haven't. Let's go a little deeper here for just a moment where we're at with the Fair Board. We still have to work out a contract with them, which I'm not worried about it one bit at all. But I need to talk to the fair about practice dates and stuff, because it's going to be tough with these dates we've gotten, where the only dates are available because of other shows, other things going on at the fairgrounds and stuff like that too. So I don't know, maybe we can talk him into a Wednesday night practice or something like that too.
Yeah, maybe come up with something. So still few of those details that we need to get worked out, but I'm confident we can get them worked out.
Very good.
Okay. Any other questions?
I get you're caught up for now, so
We're caught up.
So says, I don't know if you've covered it, but what's the plan on keeping nationals going as well?
Well, nationals is not part of our program this year. The nationals belongs to C-Ray, and so that's his program, and we're going to be running our program. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. And then got another question that says, what all runs again classes? So what classes run again?
Yep,
I think
absolutely.
What they're looking for.
Our weekly IMCA classes, which we have tentatively scheduled to run every night that we race, are IMCA Modified, IMCA Northern Sport Mod, IMCA Stock Car, IMCA Hobby Stock, and the IMCA Sport Compacts. And so far, we have 4 nights scheduled with the URSS Sprint Cars and a night scheduled with the High Plains Late Model Series, and of course, the 2-day event with the USAC Silver Crown Series.
Okay. What else are we missing, Josh? Anything?
So that got us caught up to there. So
how many people we have on here, Josh?
There is quite a few people on.
All right, so Nick, let's run time one more time. Let's run through, since I'm sure a lot of people just joined up. First of all, Salt City Speedway is going to be the name of the racetrack while we promote it. First race is April 26th. Stay tuned for the Facebook, Instagram, and web page coming out first of the week with Big Corner Creative, getting that all dialed in for us. We already had several meetings with them and everything we're going to do on the web page. Again, you'll be able to buy tickets on the web page. You'll be able to buy pit passes on the web page. All the scheduling, all that stuff will stay there. And you want to get on there and make yourself a profile. So as we make announcements, and even during the day of the race, if we have to change times a little bit or whatever, to be able to get notified of all the changes coming through that part. Okay, Nick, April 26th.
April 26th, opening night, URSS Sprint Car Series and our 5 weekly IMCA classes. May 24th, basically the same thing, URSS Sprint Cars again in our 5 IMCA weekly classes. Friday, June 21st, the High Plains Late Model Series and our 5 weekly IMCA classes. July 19th and 20th, Friday the 19th will be USAC Silver Crown qualifying. We'll have the URSS Sprint Car Series and our 5 IMCA weekly classes. Saturday the 20th will be the 100-lap USAC Silver Crown race, along with the URSS Sprint Cars, and the other support classes are TBD. Saturday, August the 3rd will be our 5 IMCA weekly classes. Friday, September the 20th will be our final points night, championship night, with our 5 IMCA weekly classes. And then Saturday, October the 12th will be not for points, but we will run our 5 IMCA weekly classes. And then Saturday, November the 16th, weather permitting, we will do something there, whether it's IMCA classes or something else, or sprint cars or late models. If we look like we're going to have decent weather, we will have something cool.
All right, let's get a few more questions answered coming through the phone here, on the line here on the chat line. Kyle, will there be transition year rules since most cars are USRA? Kyle, we're going to work with IMCA as much as we can and work with you racers to do that, and I understand that. I'm gonna be very lenient for the first year. I will promise you that, because I want you Wings boys on the racetrack. Okay, so stay tuned for that, for how we can do that. I'd love to sit down with you and talk about different things we can do to make it easy and not cost a ton of money to switch and back and forth. But I do know in the A-Mod, it can be done very easily. I shouldn't say very easily, because I did it for 2 years in the A-Mods. I went from USRA to IMCA and switched the car back and forth from that part. So I know it can be done, and I run the same car in both classes all year in an A-Mod. And I'm not sure all the rules and stuff, because I'm not familiar with everything within the sport mods. I think that's what you guys mainly run from that part. So let's get together and talk about it, how we can get you on the Salt City Speedway with your cars. Okay, Mike, I think it'd be great to see some things for fan involvement. Help get more butts in the seat with your quota.
Oh, buddy, this is our wheelhouse right here.
Okay. Okay. So I've got that other caller, I believe, on with you now. So, caller, what's your name?
I'm Matthew Rice.
Matthew, you're live with Under the Hood.
Hey, we got two people at
Yeah,
once.
sorry,
Huh?
I was trying to pull something off here, but
Hey,
I think
Matt,
I got
sorry
it. So,
for hanging on there
Sorry
so-
for the hold there.
Hold on there so long. We kept Kyler on the phone here because we needed to make sure he could say everything he needs to say too. So sorry for the delay there, but thanks for hanging tight. What's on your mind, buddy?
So I'm wondering about that Russian, the race and hutch. If there's a age limit on there, or if there's like a special class one.
For be a little bit more specific. For what division?
I was just wondering, just in general, because I'm under 18, so I'm wondering if I'd be able to do anything.
Well, guys, can I jump in there real quick?
Yeah, Kyler, jump
go
in,
ahead.
buddy.
Yeah, so IMCA has an age restriction of 14, 13 if your birthday is before August. So just get with IMCA and the promoter, or me or Nick or Phil can kind of sign off on that. If you're 13 to 14, depending on some of the experience, but 14 to pull an IMCA license, because everybody will have to have an IMCA approved license for year 2024. So yeah, you're good to go, bud. If you're over 14, so everything's good there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was all I had.
Well,
All
Matt,
right, buddy. Thanks
yeah,
for the call. Again, thanks for hanging tight with us, okay?
Greatly appreciate your patience
That's
there.
no
Okay?
problem. Y'all have a good day.
All right,
buddy.
you too. Thanks.
Okay, let's get to another question. Mike says, I think it'd be great to see some more fan involvement to help me get butts in the seat and keep your quota. I get it, Mike. Trust me, we're going to have some fan involvement. I can promise you one thing, Lisa Hambelton knows how to throw a party. And yes, we know we got to make it more than just people sitting down and seeing racing from that part. So just hang tight. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up the deal. Maybe not the first couple of races. We get things situated, know how things are going to flow. But I agree with you. We're going to have some involvement with the fans, and we will. Because no one knows how to throw a party better than Lisa Hambelton.
That's right.
Sure.
So every race is going to be an event. We've only got 8 of them this year, so we're going to make them all count. Believe us.
Yeah. So Kevin wants to know, so are the open for modified rules? On an A-Mod, we're going to be pretty tight on an A-Mod on the rules for that part, Kevin. But I'm going to tell you, it's not that hard to take your USRA car and switch it to IMCA, because I've done it. Did it for 2 years from that part. Any other questions I'm missing over the phone?
Yeah,
there?
so I've got to scroll back up here. There was one just before that one that you just answered.
I've got a different page up too.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
gotcha. It says any USRA mod rules races for us open cars.
Well, that's what we're planning after October.
Gotcha.
So maybe have some open stuff or whatever too, or a combination, or make some rules where both car classes can run together since there's no points or whatever, and have a fun grudge race or something like that too. So yeah, trust me, we got all kinds of ideas up our sleeves, all kinds of things we're talking about from that part. But I need everybody to understand the fair board is going to watch this close about how many people are in the seats, how many racers we have, and can we make this thing be a profitable situation to keep it going for 25 and 26 and beyond. So any way we can help you racers get there to convert your car, do whatever, or be close from that part. I'm not going to be that stringent on some of the situations to get these cars on the racetrack and stuff like that, to have fun, to support this racetrack like we all want to have, and to keep this racetrack alive. And going to need the people to sit in the seats too and show the fair board that you're behind this racetrack and you want this racetrack, and we need to show them that, the numbers and everything else too from that part. So we'll do everything in our power to make sure we can make things happen.
Got another comment on here, and it says, bring back the car ride for kids. So we've done that at the Kansas International Dragway.
It's a drag strip, yep.
Yep. That was a huge hit, man.
Good idea.
The eyes on those kids' face, and we weren't even really, getting after it that much either.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So we will do some fun stuff for the fans and that sort of thing. And yeah, I've already been talking to somebody, I think you know who about building a 2-seater car.
Yeah.
To go out there and stuff too. No, Matt, you can buy tickets online, but you'll be able to buy them at the track too. I'm not going to make that difficult. I just want everybody to understand I've got to track this, and I've got to get numbers to the fair that are accurate and correct. And the best way that I can do that is through electronically. So that's why we're going to go to a cashless at the track. And that's why we're going to have it online. So you can buy pit passes online. You just roll up the gate, flip out your ticket, and away you go from that part. But if you didn't get it online, if you come to the racetrack, we will have it available there to buy them through the racetrack at the same time also. Okay, I'm kind of thumbing through here. So I think I'm caught up. Are you caught up over there, Josh?
Yep. I think I'm caught up here too. So,
well, I guess if you're coming to the Chili Bowl today, or you're already in Tulsa, make sure you come down to the trade show and stop by our event trailer here. We've got lots of Hoosier merch, radio control cars.
One of the things that we didn't say, Phil, the number to call in if you had a question.
I didn't, did I?
You didn't. I had it up on the board, but then I've also been posting the comments and the questions and stuff that people ask, but it's 316-462-3673 if you want to jump online.
I guess if someone does want to call in real quick, we got a few minutes left on the show. We'll take some calls if we need to. 316-462-3673. That's the main number to the dealership. Tell the girls you want to get patched into the podcast. We'll get you thrown in here real quick if you got a question from that portal, if you want to put it in the chat line, whatever it might be,
that's fine too. Yep.
So we can get everybody kind of up to speed. But again, for those of you tuning in, it's going to be the Salt City Speedway, April 26th, our first race. Can't wait to see those fairground seats full and loaded up with people. The pit's full. We are going to pit inside. I hope we have to pit outside. We've got too many cars not to fit inside the racetrack from that part too. Just can't be more excited, more pumped about where we're going to head, where we're going to go. Can't wait for the July 20th for the Silver Crown cars to be there. That's going to be fun. From that part, and trying to think what else we've left off here, anything else from that part, but just excited for where we're going to head, where we're going to go. Again, stay tuned for the webpage, Facebook page, Instagram. You'll want to get on there on those pages and get yourself a profile set up so we can get notified of changes, even during the day of the race, if we have to adjust the schedule a bit because of weather or whatever. Because I do have just so you know, if we rain out, I still have to pay the fair board to be there. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we have a race. So if we have to change the race time a little bit or whatever, you'll want to get notified of that. And we will make sure that we do it as early as possible we can to make that decision so you can plan and be ready for that part too. So what else can we say? Only thing else I got to bring up would be the comment earlier about Kansas International Dragway. Yes, I do believe they're going to open. Steve Simon has contacted us, but he has been out very sick this last week and just talked to me yesterday. He's going to come in the first of the week so we can sit down and see what involvement Mel Hambelton Racing will have with the drag strip. Because I'm telling you, the city of Wichita, we need a drag strip.
Needs a drag strip for sure.
Whatever we can do to help with the drag strip to keep it alive and keep it going and that sort of thing. And so everybody, when it comes back, we all know what we got to do at the drag strip too for your drag racing. We got to support it too. Okay. What else, gentlemen? Anything?
We got an announcer now, so
we're filling all the positions on this show this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, everybody, I don't know if anybody's going to be calling in, but I don't think so. Probably Josh. Everybody probably got all their questions and answered. There's going to be a lot more questions and answers. Questions come up.
Yeah. So any live stream partners, ET, like Flow or something like that.
Here's what I will tell you. I am working with IMCA TV. I'm also working with Racing Dirt to see what's going to be the best there. Flo will be there to do the July 20th race. That's a contract they have with USAC. So Flo will be doing the race on July 20th. But who's going to be our streaming partner yet is still undetermined. To be determined on the part.
But we'll end up.
We will
have a live stream show, one way or the other. I've got a great partnership with Racing Dirt. Love those guys to death. But also IMCA TV's got a great program there too. We got to figure out what's going to be best for us and best for the viewers and what most people like to see watched from that part. And again, getting this late in the schedule, I know I can get IMCA TV in. Racing Dirt does have the schedule. They are looking at their dates to see what they can do to help us. So that might be a deal that's so late in the game that they can't help us. I don't know from that part.
Then I got another question or a comment on here. It says Kids has a schedule posted, so I don't know if they've got a schedule
The
posted.
drag
out
strip
there or
has
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid does have it out there, yes.
Very good.
So-
Very good. Okay.
Okay. What else? Anything else? No
No,
other
just,
questions? Nothing whatsoever?
Again, just kind of comments on thanks for bringing the track back and stuff like that for sure. So a lot of sport out here for sure.
We're doing it for the racers. That is why we're doing it.
Yeah. So anyway, real quick, just got a few minutes left. Salt City Speedway, April 26th, the first night. Got a lot of exciting dates all the way through there. And like I said, the dates are kind of tight and scheduled, and wanted a few different dates, but just couldn't get them because of everything taken care of there from that part. Kyler, anything else you've thought about or anything else to comment on anything at all, buddy?
No, guys, I said that it's we've kind of done our part, and it's their time to do their part and help support this thing and make sure that this thing stays open.
That's exactly right. So stay tuned for some more announcements. Stay tuned for a lot of more exciting stuff. Just appreciate everyone's support and everything else we can do to keep this track. So in October, when I go back to the fair board, I can show them the numbers, show the stuff, and show them that it's a profitable situation and it's a good deal to keep that racetrack running. And then we'll do a lot of things to adjust on that part. So the only thing else I can think of nobody brought up either is the walls.
Well, you got the walls. I got.
Yep.
Somebody wants to know there's going to be a celebrity there.
Who's that?
It's probably not on yours. You got a big question: is Ricky Bobby going to be there?
No, he's not
He
allowed.
won't be there live in
Ricky
person.
Bobby is not allowed.
Winning that deal backwards.
Yeah, it's not how you win races, driving it backwards. That's for damn sure. So anyway, everybody, again, Salt City Speedway, April 26th, their opening night. Stay tuned for the webpage, the Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you get on and get your profile set up so you can get notified of all the changes, everything we're going to do. We'll have a separate podcast, I'm sure, for the racetrack to talk about those kind of things. We want to talk to all you racers that want to talk about converting cars and getting things set up to where you need to be to make it easy for you from that part. And so anytime you want to come by the dealership and visit about what you need, what we've got, ideas, we're open to whatever ideas you might have and comments you might have to help it from that part to make it a great racing experience for everybody. So, Kyler, anything else, buddy?
No, I'm good over here, guys. Thanks again for allowing us to be part of the deal, and it's going to be a wild ride.
It's going to be a wild ride as well. So, Kyler, again, thank you for you, your team, and everybody's going to help make this good, and I can't wait for how we're going to co-partner with Dodge City and the Salt City Speedway with fans and drivers and all that kind of stuff and have a lot of fun with. That's for sure. So I guess last thing, about time to sign off, I guess, right? No more callers coming in. We got a lot of comments and stuff. Everybody get excited, get in the seats, get the racers ready to go. Let's go have some fun at the Kansas State Fairground. But most important, let's go prove the fair board they were wrong about voting to demolish this track. Let's prove that this track needs to stay alive, stay there for 25, 26, 27 and beyond, and make it happen. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for doing it. Stay tuned for all the new updates coming out the first of the week with the Salt City Speedway Facebook page, Instagram, and webpage from that part. Nick, any last comments?
We are at the Chili Bowl. I'm going to go find some food.
No, imagine Nick needs to eat. Imagine that. Huh? And it is chilly at the Chili Bowl.
It is chilly at the Chili Bowl.
Everybody have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.